Before we even pick up the brush, let's take a moment to breathe. Painting isn't just about technique, it's about connection with ourselves, with nature, and with the quiet, flowing rhythm of watercolor. I begin with a light diluted wash using a wet-on-wet technique. This means pre-wetting the paper before applying pigment, allowing the colors to naturally flow and blend. Think of this first layer as setting the mood of the painting, soft, undefined, and full of possibility. Just like in life, we don't always see result immediately, but every step adds richness. For this piece, I'm using a mix of Schminke Horadam, Holbein, and Winsor & Newton watercolors on Fabriano Artistico 100% cotton paper. The choice of materials is important. Cotton paper allows for smoother blending and better absorption, making it easier to build luminous layers. One of the most overlooked but powerful techniques in watercolor is lifting, the ability to remove pigment to create highlights or soften areas. If I notice a section that feels too dark, or if I want to create a glowing effect on the petals, I gently lift the pigment using a clean, damp brush or a tissue. The key is to act while the paint is still slightly damp. Here's where we shift from wet on wet to wet on dry. Before adding a new layer, I make sure the first wash is completely dry. This prevents unwanted blooms and keeps edges crisp. Each new layer intensifies the color and refines the form. These flowers symbolize resilience, renewal, and inner strength, reminders that growth is both delicate and powerful. Like in life, painting is about embracing each stage, layer by layer, with patience and intention. I invite you to approach this process with openness, letting go of perfection and allowing the painting to unfold naturally. Layering teaches us an important lesson. Growth happens in stages. Sometimes we must pause before adding the next step. It's tempting to rush, but allowing each layer to settle gives us more control over the final result. In a way, it mirrors personal growth. Clarity comes with time, and each experience adds depth to who we are. Once I'm happy with the depth and softness of the layers, I introduce Sakura Pigma Micron fine liners to add delicate outlines and fine details. Unlike traditional botanical illustration, which is highly scientific and precise, this floral piece is more expressive, combining watercolor's softness with a sharp definition of ink. I use gentle broken lines rather than harsh, continuous ones. This keeps the illustration feeling organic rather than rigid. These ink details redefine the form without overpowering the softness of the watercolor. This step is like bringing focus to a blurry memory. Suddenly, certain edges sharpen and the piece feels more grounded. If you liked watching this video, let's continue exploring together. On Patreon, you'll find a real-time version of this video, where I paint without cuts or time-lapse, so you can follow every detail at your own pace. There, I also share the full list of colors I used and a sketch template, so you can practice along with me. Plus, you will find a PDF guide to depth, light and flow, the art of layering, lifting, glazing in watercolor. Let me know in the comments, what aspect of painting do you struggle with the most? What would you like to learn next? Your feedback helps me shape future tutorials. I take a step back and observe. Instead of judging, I ask myself, what part of this process felt the most natural? What challenged me? More than the final result, this is about the time I took for myself, the passion I practiced, the connection I deepened with my creativity. Art isn't just about creating, it's about feeling, exploring, and allowing yourself to simply be. This manual piece is a reminder of that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this piece of creativity with others. See you in the next one. Ciao!